Instant happiness. Enhancement programs. Instant happiness. Introduction. Happiness is our general motivator in life. We go toward that which will make us happy. The long-term development of happiness in our life is usually what people mean when they talk about happiness. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. Aristotle. The purpose of life is the expansion of happiness. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Satisfying our needs, our personal perceived needs and dreams, will bring us closer to this long-term happiness. In this program, we work on creating happiness directly for the present. However, creating it for the present specifically can also improve our long-term happiness in two ways. First, happiness, as we will see below, is a choice, an attitude. We can choose to be happy. We can learn to change our approach to happiness and become happier day by day, and as a result, benefit from this by being happier in the long term. Second, improving our level of happiness directly will improve our work performance and our relationships, both of which contribute to our long-term happiness. This is fundamental positive psychology. The good life, as I conceive it, is a happy life. I do not mean that if you are good, you will be happy. I mean that if you are happy, you will be good. Bertrand Russell. Benefits of creating happiness directly. In reference to the rules of change we outlined above, rule number 1 is to use the most fundamental levers to create change. Since happiness is our most fundamental aim and motivator, we, in this program, go right to creating it directly. Once created, it automatically becomes a motivator and a change for other parts of our life, such as relationships with coworkers, bosses, friends, and family. Better experiences in these areas, of course, produce a higher level of happiness for ourselves. We discuss these in more detail below. We will show you techniques to directly increase your level of happiness in just a few days or weeks. From a positive psychology perspective, focusing on creating happiness directly has numerous benefits. First, being more positive and feeling better is a benefit in itself. If you can feel more positive, that is happier, through the direct techniques we suggest you employ, then you've automatically achieved what you wanted. Second, when you are happy, you substitute out negative emotions such as anger, resentment, guilt, worry, and so forth. You can only focus on one thing at a time. Each moment in happiness is one less moment in negative thoughts and behaviors. Also, being happy in the moment frees you from some of your apparent needs tagging on your consciousness. For example, you may feel the need to be right, the need to feel like the victim, and so forth. As you continue to be happier, your previous ongoing negative thoughts and behaviors will expire due to lack of use. As you make feeling happy into a habit, you automatically increase your general level of happiness. Third, through feeling more positive and happy, you can increase your successes in work and relationships. Happiness, therefore, can also be a tool for creating success. Our common thinking is that we need to achieve these successes in order to be happy. We've lived much of our lives driven to succeed, feeling it will bring us happiness. We are suggesting, which is now backed by much research, that the reverse causality also works. Happiness can lead to success. As illustrated earlier in this webinar, studies have amply shown that we will be more successful in our endeavors if we are happier. For example, more productivity, more income, more promotions, feeling healthier, more creativity, more friends, and better relationships. We intuitively know that if we feel better, we can get more done, more easily, and with better results. Also, when we feel better, we look better, people respond to us better, and we are more successful for it. Further, when we are happier, we use less cognitive resources and energy due to less struggling and fighting with negative mindsets. The more cognitive resources and energy used, the lower our mind's efficiency and the greater probability of errors, thus reducing our success. A further argument along these lines is from the studies showing that when we are happy, the left side of the brain engages more. The left side is the logical, reasoning side of the brain. Therefore, we can argue that happier people think better logically. There goes the myth that ignorance is bliss. Fourth, in addition to increased energy as discussed above, we're more willing to do things when we are happy. Call this the willingness factor. A happier mood makes us more willing to get off the couch, to adopt attitudes of going the extra mile, putting in 110%, and doing what needs to be done. All contribute to success in work and relationships. In summary, creating happiness is, therefore, both an end in itself and a means to create success in life. And the success will feed back to create more happiness. Happiness, or raising our level of happiness, does take willingness and effort. Far better it is to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by failure, than to take rand with those poor spirits who neither enjoy much nor suffer much, because they live in the gray twilight that knows not victory nor defeat. Theodore Roosevelt.